You're not broke because God called you to ministry. You're broke because these sermons that you preach every week are actually worth more in a workshop format. Give me 4 minutes and I'll walk you through the sermon to workshop framework, the 3-step process that takes the content that you've already preached, turns it into an offer which people actually will pay to go deeper in. By the way, if you want access to my free 5-figure workshop so I can show you exactly how to do this from start to finish, just drop 5FW in the comments and I'll send you the details. My name is Justin and I help experienced ministry leaders build 5-figure workshops like Pastor Daniel. His very first workshop did over $17,000 with no email list and fewer than 700 Instagram followers. My students have reached over 500 million people with the gospel online, and I'm passionate about equipping ministry leaders with the tools necessary to build sustainable models of ministry. In every single video, you're going to get one thing that you can immediately implement, so definitely consider subscribing. Here's what actually is happening. You've been preaching the same frameworks, the same principles, the same transformation, hard-won insight every single week, and people will drive across town to watch it. They'll text you after the service. They'll tell you that it's changed their marriages, their leadership, their relationship with God, and then Sunday is over. The sermon gets filed away, and you go back to doing the math in your head every time that you swipe your credit card. But your content is valuable. You already know this. The problem is that it's only living in one place, and that place doesn't really pay you what it exactly is worth. Now, most ministry leaders in this position are doing one of two things. They either keep on waiting, hoping that more years of service, more faithfulness will ultimately reflect the church budget so that they can actually get paid what they're worth. Or they'll start consuming online business content, get overwhelmed by funnels and ad strategies, course platforms, and eventually talk themselves out of doing anything before they even get started. Now, both paths ultimately lead to the same place. Another year of uncertainty, spending time on content that really deserves a bigger return. Here is what no one is telling you. You do not have a content problem. You don't even have a platform problem. You don't even have an audience problem. What you have is a packaging problem, because it's the same insights that land from the pulpit on Sunday, but when structured in a 4-day workshop with one clear outcome that people can see, feel, and invest in, when you do this, you'll realize the truth. The content doesn't change. The container of how you package it is different, and it's the container that people will ultimately pay for. So here is the 3-part sermon to workshop framework that will take what you already preach and then turn it into a paid offer. Step number 1, find your repeatable sermon. Go back through the last 12 months of your content. You're not necessarily looking for the most popular message, but what you're looking for is the one that you keep coming back to in different forms. Why? Because this is the insight that keeps proving itself to be true in people's lives. That repetition, that demand is ultimately your signal that this is what you want to do. It means that the content is tested, refined, and already proven to land. This is your worship topic. You don't need to build something new, but you do want to extract something that is already working. Step number 2, narrow it down to one clear, visible win. This is where most ministry leaders get stuck. They put 8 years of training into a 4-day workshop. Don't do that. Instead, ask yourself, if someone came to me who was stuck with a very specific problem, what's the one clear, visible win that I can get them to in 3 to 4 sessions? No more general grow your faith. It's too broad. More like lead your first family devotional without it falling apart. Not become a better leader. Too vague. More like navigate a hard conversation with your team without losing trust. The more specific the win, the more someone will pay to get there. Step number 3, test it before you build it. Before you record a single session or set up a single piece of technology, take the one clear win to 5 to 10 people in your existing network who already trust you. Walk them through it personally. What you're looking for is 1 to 3 people who say, I'm in, this is exactly what I need. And when you do this, when 1 to 3 real yeses from warm contacts confirm that there's demand, then you build. You build after you validate, not before. This is a step that eliminates the worst case scenario, spending months building something that no one buys. Now, this works not because you're starting from zero, but you're starting from proof. Every sermon, you get the text messages after, you see people quoting it back to you months later. That you hear when people say that this message has changed their life. This is how you validate content. The workshop isn't a new product. It is an organized, deepened paid version of something people have already told you that they value. You can take everything that I just taught you and start today on your own. The accelerated path is having the full system, the exact templates, sequences, and launch frameworks walked out step by step alongside you. But the beautiful thing is that the free path actually works. Would you like me to send you the entire system to help you build it step by step? I'm offering the workshop for free. All you have to do is comment 5FW below this video, and I'll send you access to the 5-figure workshop. In this workshop, I'll show you exactly how to pull the right sermon content, how to craft your one clear visible win, how to fill the workshop without paid ads, and ultimately make an offer that your audience is ready to say yes to. You do not need a big following. You do not need fancy tech. You just need the right framework, and that's exactly what I hand over to you for free inside. All you have to do, comment 5FW below this video.